Welcome back, everybody. The time now is 6:42. This morning, we're remembering the life and the legacy of one of the most famous race car drivers in American history, Rufus Parnelli Jones. And here to tell us more on how Parnelli will be remembered is our auto expert, Dave Stahl. Good morning. How are you?
Well, good morning. Unfortunately, he was in my era when I was a kid. I wasn't born in '33, but I followed him from the beginning of his career to the end of his career. He was a jalopy driver. He came from Texarkana, moved to Fontana back in the day, wanted to get into racing, and his parents were going, no, we're not going to let you race. And the spelling was P-A-R-L. It was a Parnell, not Parnelli. So a friend of his says, well, let's put I-E on the back of your name. That way your parents will never know in case they hear about it. So that's where his started, but he was so good at what he did. Anytime he would get into a car, he would win. He did everything from, those are Trans Am cars. He did NASCAR. He was the first driver to get into a turbine gas Indy car that raced under the Andy Granatelli banner. He would, I don't know, one of the trucks that you might remember, I'm sure one of these photos will come up. Now that's Trans Am right there with the Botany 500. He ran at Riverside. I actually was at Riverside one year when he was there. He also ran, here's your NASCAR shot. And then he, Pikes Peak hill climb. He was infamous for being able to go up that as well. Then he got into off-road. And he won the Baja 1000, there it is, with Big Ole. And the reason it's called Big Ole is because it was sponsored by Olympic Beer. That has made the Ford Bronco so iconic. There's your, he ran on dirt, he ran on asphalt, there's your midget car races. The guy was absolutely amazing. And he was a great guy. He could talk to him anytime he wanted. Super great guy. Started his own business. This isn't in the clips, but he had a ton of Firestone tire stores. He made wheels, racing wheels. That's Andy Granatelli. He was one of the crazier ones. But you know, look at the minimal amount of safety equipment. Hardly any roll cages, just a lap belt. You know, sometimes they'd race with a cigar in their mouth. You know,
that was going to be my next question to you, Dave. Is, well, first of all, we're remembering Parnelli Jones because he passed away June 4th at the age of 90 years old.
90 years old.
A very sad loss for the racing community and those who knew him and knew his legacy and all the things that he did in the racing world, just like you did. But also, there's so much that he left behind that we can be grateful for, because you could say, or some could argue, that he made racing what it is today.
Without a doubt. PJ, his son, is still involved. Paige is another kid that he's got, but PJ's heavily duty carrying the dad's name. And he actually wrote a book, and I highly recommend that you do it. It says, as a matter of fact, I am Parnelli Jones. That's the name of the book. So if you want to find out more about this historic individual, and he was loved by all. I'm telling you, journalists loved interviewing him. He loved getting involved with the fans, and he just absolutely loved racing.
What are the chances that the San Diego Automotive Museum here in San Diego, Balboa Park, will honor his legacy?
I was talking to Lenny the other day, and I think they're working on something right now. I think they're even looking for, I think they found a car that could have been that could belong to him. Okay. So that would be cool. Yeah, and the Auto Museum has done such a phenomenal job, you know, highlighting history of motorsports.
Absolutely, they do a great job.
I know. Got to get back down there.
All right, I go there often, actually.
I know, so do I.
Jason goes across the street, and I go to the
I know he goes. But that's the Ford building. That should be the Auto Museum, right? But that's the Ford Museum.
Yeah, that's a conversation for another time. All right, Dave, thank you so much for coming in. You're going to stick around. We have a car that you're showing today. Yeah,
I got a Volvo C40 all-electric. You might like the color.
All-electric?
All-electric. I rolled down here dead quiet.
Cool. All right, can't wait.
So we'll do it. Okay.
See you soon.
All right.
All right, well, our cooler days ahead as we head into the weekend. We'll check in with Delaney coming up right after the break. Stay with us.